So yeah, now we're on King's Row. It is going to be MVP Space on the defense first. Yeah, as if you're just tuning in, it's an all-Korean team. There's been some rumors that they're very good. We're trying to get a gauge on where they are in these best of ones before we move on to kind of later matches, which will be best of threes. I think it might be after this or after the next one. We'll be getting into some of the higher level teams and things like that. But for this defense on King's Row for MVP Space, it is going to be Poro on the McCree. Kuki is going to be running the Roadhog. Dejun is on the Zarya. Pelka on the Reaper. June will play Lucio. Sylph on the Mercy. So absolutely nothing out of the ordinary, although they are favoring McCree more than other teams have.
Yeah, they're using McCree a little bit more. They're not mixing a 76 with this either. I think if you look at the creation defense, I believe this is pretty similar to what they run, except instead of the Zarya, they would have a 76 as well. I'm trying to remember, there are variations from team to team. But it's not that far out of the ordinary, you're absolutely right. Meanwhile, though, looking at the offense coming out here from the side of Paragon, we are getting trolled a little bit. I don't expect Zenyatta, Bastion, and Torbjorn to be in play, but we will be getting the real roster here in just a moment. Spazzo will be on the Mercy, Eclipse on the Reaper, Faz on Lucio, Nuna on the Pharah, Zretzi, or Xret, I'm just going to call him Xret on the 76, and Desro going to be on the Reinhardt. So, pretty standard offense coming out here from the side of Paragon.
Yeah, I don't think that's the StarCraft player Desro. He usually had a W in his name.
He did have a SC Terran icon, so...
But he played Protoss.
He played Protoss, but it was still an SC2 icon. The plot thing. Either way, the offense is getting into real quickly here. Desro with a very deep charge takes out Kuki in a hurry. 2 versus 2, or 2 players going down for each side here to start this up, but that's fine for the offensive Paragon. The respawns will come in here a little bit quicker. And Desro right now just swinging a hammer at Zarya. Not the worst start. They're going to have a 6v4 advantage here in just a moment. We'll see if Paragon is able to take this out. Rockets coming in from above once again. Nuna back into the fray. MVP Space, though, doing a decent job of holding on here. As neither side getting a kill for quite a while, but Xret getting into the back line, gets a kill. Desro falling through. That's going to be 4 kills here from the side Paragon. MVP Space having some trouble here, and this should be the first cap to Paragon.
Yeah, I thought for a moment, I thought they should have taken better advantage of what they had there. When it was 4v4 as the offense, you kind of want to push that and make them fight. They waited till they were 6 up, but some really nice play out of the Reinhardt. Got a lot done. Desro, SC2 or not, had a really good play on his Reinhardt there.
Also, defense of MVP Space going to have to regroup here. They still have Poro way in the back line, so it's going to be a while till they can actually set up. You take a look at where the payload is, they're barely going to get here in time to defend this first bend. Alright, so we have a Deadeye coming out here from Poro. Poro leading the way, the defense being highly aggressive, going right into that. They're going to break the Reinhardt barrier, but in comes a Roadhog hook, takes out Poro in a flash. Attack Visor now coming out here from Xret. That's going to be a 4K coming out from the side of Paragon. They are mowing through MVP Black, and that's a team kill horn.
A little off there. I mean, you go all in trying to crack the shield and get the High Noon behind it, and when you don't do that and get 0 kills off the High Noon, it just kind of opens you up. Then your McCree's in a really rough spot, your Reinhardt, everyone's in a bad spot because you just try to get that combo, and they got cleaned up.
And this is where I predicted Poro would have a little bit more trouble here, too. The fact that offensive Roadhog is run pretty heavily by a lot of NA teams, and you just got hooked right in, end up dying. Here comes Pelka, though, getting right into the back line here on Reaper. Gets 2 kills right off the bat, does damage to the back line. Spazzo here on the Mercy will be rezzing up all of the Fallen, though. Actually, only misses 2 of the res. I'm not sure if that was a glitch or not, but Nuna is coming back in here for the offense. Does pick up 2 kills after the res. But overall, Paragon, just too many people being bled out. They're going to have to back out here in just a moment.
Yeah, just to elaborate on that, there are spots on King's Row that people, when they die in, they're just unresable. You cannot bring them back up. We've heard it from several pro Mercies as well. It's just a glitch, just a bug. So if that was the case or not, regardless, they still lost that fight because they did not get the resurrection to bring everyone back.
Yeah, so defense has been able to reset here for MVP Space. They do have Graviton Surge out the ready and a Sound Barrier as well. So they're going to be using this mode. Pookie going very deep in, gets Zarya shielded. Both sides trading out kills here. 5v5 now on the point. And if Dejun was going to go here for a Graviton, would have to go for it soon. In fact, Dejun's just going to go down before he gets the opportunity. Resurrection does come out here from Sylph, as well as the Sound Barrier. Graviton on the way, does pull into. Mercy, though, able to just Guardian Angel right out there, so we got the Self for one. Nuna comes in with a pretty late barrage, takes out one, goes down in turn. Kind of a messy, scrappy fight coming out from both sides here, but a bit of an edge here, the Paragon.
Super back and forth, but Sylph puts himself in a really terrible spot on that Guardian Angel. Just not put the brakes onto that, so he gets taken out pretty early. The Death Blossom comes in, takes down 2, though.
Blossom does take down 2. Pelka trying the beat last second hold here for his team. Hook does come out from Eclipse. And Earth Shatter, though, coming in at the last moment here from Kuki, does knock down 2. And MVP Space, they're starting to stream back on this point. They're holding out against Paragon right now. Deadeye could be on the table here from Poro in just a moment. Note that Poro already level, I believe that's 306, so 3 stars coming up from them.
Yeah, they're fine. They're going to hold. One of the odd things is one of the best counters to Reinhardt, strangely enough, is a Lucio, because he can just play fearlessly up in his face, gets behind that shield. He was able to get the kill there, but playing Lucio, you can just annoy Reinhardt to the point where they want to uninstall.
Well, Deadeye does come out, and they are just going to back out from that in a hurry. No reason to challenge that. Just save the ult charge right now, and MVP Space going super deep into a point where X-Right got sent way high into the air. Who says Cowboys can't fly? Both teams still full strength, though. MVP Kuki almost going down there. Will go down to that next rocket, which is a little bit too low. Now Nuna on the assault, has 2 kills so far here in this fight. Forces out the res pretty early on for MVP Space. Will punish Sylph for the res attempt, and is still going in. Dejun going to fall. Sound Barrier comes out here from MVP Space, but it's pretty late for a Sound Barrier. Only a few people really benefiting from it. Justice raining from above, and Nuna making this fight his own, putting Paragon on his back, and they should be able to get this point now, Hex.
Yeah, they're going to roll in now. They do have some ults to work with to try to finish out this last point. It was very bloody, back and forth, a little bit sloppy on both sides for a bit as well. But they're going to have Earthshatter here. They are able to clean up that fight. Poro is still on this McCree. Going to try to get some value out of his Deadeye. I don't know if this McCree's been the perfect choice for them.
I think McCree has been okay in some respects, but you're right. I'm not sure it's gotten the most value. The Deadeye, though, is coming out here. That's going to crack the Reinhardt shield in just a moment. Does take out Nuna behind the Reinhardt shield on that. So good Deadeye coming up from Poro. Defense of MVP Space being a little bit more aggro here. And another double kill coming out from Poro. Graviton coming in right after Rez. It's going to pull in 3 people right away. And MVP Space right now just piling on. Really good team fight from them to control this. Yeah. They have the Graviton ready for the Rez, and they should be able to push Paragon back.
Well, I guess that question's answered. If Poro's getting the value out of his McCree as he just crushed that team fight. He's been amazing. He gets a
commentator anti-curse coming in there, Hex. He's just like, oh, no, if you just did McCree. And Poro's like, oh, yeah?
So holding here, they have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to finish out the map. Regardless, though, the defense has looked pretty strong here. It's already a good time on the defensive side.
Deadeye already coming out here again, waiting for the skulls. We're going to crack the shield. Gets the double kill Deadeye there. They're not able to avoid things, and MVP Space being highly aggressive. Poro now on the triple kill, making this Cowboy's own. Gets the quad kill. And Poro just absolutely going off in the last part of this game.
Yeah, he's been dominating the kill feed. Gets another kill there late. His headshots have just been on point. He's not relying on fan or anything like that. He's just doing a ton of damage. This is pre-buff McCree, by the way.
Yeah, he's getting buffed, just so you know. You think he's not doing enough damage now, just wait.
All the people
Railgun McCree is going to be on the menu, but here comes the Sound Bear from MVP Space. They're going once again. Skulls coming up. Poro not liking what he's seeing here. Does not get a full kill off that. Reinhardt able to get away. Does not eat a whole ton of damage onto his shield. Offense able to come right back from that. Now they have a Sound Bear as well, so Sound Bear is wasting MVP Space. Earthshadow though comes down. They're not able to drop the beat, and they're gonna move right in. That was a beautiful Earthshadow to stop the Lucio Sound Bear. Finally, it does come out after the res, but not quite the engage that Paragon was looking for. Earthshadow though going to come in from Desro, knocks down 2. Gonna get the charge in, takes out Poro. That is one way to deal with the Cowboy. Poro not going to be coming back up, but look at Pelka. He is in the back, does have Death Blossom. Won't need to use it here for them to hold on.
Yeah, they're going to be fine. They didn't panic with ults there. I thought at some moment they might have had to bust out Graviton to keep the offense back. They didn't have to. Now they're still holding that. They're going to have Deadeye and Death Blossom up. And I will say, the unsung hero a lot. I mean, Poro's been lighting up the kill feed, but this Zarya has been throwing down some really clutch allied shields.
Look at Pelka though, he's setting them up for the Death Blossom, comes in right in from the back, gets the double kill, makes it a quad. They did not look above, But if they had looked above, they would have seen Pelka raining death right on them. Oh my goodness. So MVP Space, they're getting close here to a full hold right before the last point here, Hex. They only need to win one more team fight.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about Poro, but Pelka has shown up in a big way this game, too. His Reaper play has been phenomenal. I mean, you start looking at this team, and if you have two top-tier DPS, which Pelka and Poro seem to be, it's really going to be frightening for other teams.
Nuna comes right in though with the Death Blossom, takes out 3 in a hurry. 4 members are down. Sylph though is not one of those members. He's able to get the res. MVP Space still in this fight, although they're getting killed once again. Nuna, it's like, okay, you're gonna res everyone. I'll just kill them once again. We are in overtime right now, and we could be on the verge of a collapse here from MVP Space.
It's been Nuna.
They do have the Earthshock coming down, and Kuki trying to take matters into his own hands. Takes one Reinhardt on a ride, going to fall down for the attempt. Does buy a little bit of time. I'm not sure if that was worth it though. MVP Space is still going to be chaining deaths here. And here comes Paragon looking to finish this out if they can. But Poro gets the kill there towards the end. Looking for a little bit more. Rez comes out. Here comes the Deadeye though. Gonna take out X-Ret.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to clean this up. They have the Death Blossom to wipe everything up. It's just this Zarya alive on the point. She's not gonna last too long. She's very good, but not enough. Pelka comes in, tries to delay even further.
And this is where MVP Space, they're trying not to let this go. Soundbar could be on the way a moment, but no. At the 11th hour, they are not able to complete the full hold. They give up the final point. They were really close, actually. They just sort of collapsed at the end. But it was great play from Nuna to open the door to that even happening in the first place. So time-wise, I want to say that was at least about 9:30 or so.
Yeah.
If it's closer than that on the time, we'll have to go back. Hopefully it does not go into overtime either way.
I have about 9:25, but we'll see. We'll have to, if it does complete in an overtime fashion, we'll just check our VODs, make our admins do some work for once. Yeah, you heard.
Like admins go to the VOD. We don't get a direct time, by the way. That's why it's a little bit tricky for stopwatch when you get into long overtimes right now. It doesn't happen too frequently, but one of those things that is a worry.
Well, if they finish it without going into overtime, then we know they win. So we got that at least. And we do have a system in place to check out who wins with the stopwatch. It comes with positives and negatives, right? Because I really like the partial completion that they added into this game. It's really nice. We only go to stopwatch if both teams complete the map, as we're not huge fans of the coin flip at the end. So if they do not complete the map, that's a very clear winner on either side. We'll figure it out either way.
I love the Twitch chat reaction to all this, by the way. Just everyone's opinions on Korea coming into the scene, how their players are doing, and all the rest. It's been great. All right, so take a look here at the defensing up here for the side of Paragon. It's going to be Eclipsis on the Roadhog, Nuna on the Pharah, Faz going to be on the Reaper, Desro on Reinhardt, Spazzo on Mercy, and X-Ret will be here in the 76.
Alright, so offensively, for MVP Space, it looks like they're running something pretty standard. It's going to be Kuki on the Winston, Poro will play the Pharah, June on Lucio, Sylph on the Mercy, Pelka on Reaper, of course, and Dejun on the Zarya.
The offense right now not wasting any time. Highly aggressive play coming out here from MVP Space. As Poro right now going right in on the 76. Man, you talk about teams, sometimes waiting for poke. MVP Space does not have the word wait in their vocabulary, X, as they go right onto it. Soldier able to live here for a while, able to get away from Poro, but while that's happening, Dejun on the point picks up the double kill on Zarya. And that Soldier kill might not even matter in the end.
Yeah, they're just absolutely rolling through, getting all the kills that they need to there, take first point in very quick fashion. It's really going to be interesting to see where the defense sets up, if they want to hold first bend or second bend. First bend is a better point to hold on, well, for the offense, I think it's an easier point to push. Second bend is a little safer to push, but a lot of teams have been choosing to fight in this area as well.
All right, so Poro right now on the prowl, looking to be a little bit further up, buying extra space for the payload. And there's going to be a big ult advantage here for MVP Space as they move forward. They have Barrage at the ready. They're going to have Res, of course. They're going to have Death Blossom soon. And here comes Barrage coming out raw here from Poro. Takes out 2 right away. Kuki with the fall through. That's going to be 3 kills. It forces out the Resurrection. And now if Sylph can just stay alive, this is going to be a huge advantage for MVP Space, because even if they lose some extra people here, Sylph's going to be able to bring them back, and there won't be a counter res here for the defense. So take a look at Sylph. Sylph does use the res, uses it perhaps a little bit too early though, and Paragon going to fight this back.
Hey, they took out Spazzo post-resurrection, too. They should have been able to really crush them through, just kind of take it patiently and poke it down because they only had one support up. But it went all the way of the defense there, able to pick up 4 kills, a full hold on this point. Now, they are going to have Graviton up for this next push. We'll see if they're able to follow it up.
Alright, so offense is moving forward. As you mentioned, they do have Graviton, Death Blossom combo at the ready. And I don't think Dejun's going to wait too long here. I think this Graviton should be coming out sooner rather than later. MVP space, very aggressive. Graviton going to come out. That's going to be a huge Graviton. 4 people sucked in. MVP Pelka in the back, taking out effectively 3, looking for the 4th. Will take out Spazzo, and that is going to be a clean team wipe here for MVP space. And they're saying a much quicker time as far as Justice reigns from a rocket from behind as Nuna kind of wasted barrage there. It was not worth it at all.
I mean, their DPSs have been standouts, right? Pelko and Poro have been playing really well, and I can say that their supports and tanks have been solid because I haven't had to call them out for making mistakes, and that's really all you want for your supports and tanks. It's been a good look from MVP space.
Wiki right now holding on to the Earth Shatter could have a big one here in a moment. Reinhardt just overdove here. I'm not sure what Desro's doing. His entire team gets hit by Earth Shatter because he went too deep. Oh, not like this. MVP space moving right in off of that mistake. They have 3 kills here already. They force out the early res from Spazzo. Still though, Paragon is able to turn things a little bit more in their favor.
Yeah.
Note that Sylph is holding on to res of his own, so probably going to be bringing up June here in a moment.
Just holding it. He was way far behind. He's not going to bring them up. They're going to wait. They want to. They want to.
I think they should have went countered res for res there. They could have gone a little bit deeper, but look at Dejun right now. Dejun has Graviton Surge at the ready. 86% Zarya charge. Dejun is ready to go, and he's moving right in. Graviton Surge going to come in. That's 3 people getting sucked right in. He is his own fall through right now. Soundbearer though going to kind of ruin that. Not quite what Dejun might have been looking for.
Yeah, I think the reason they didn't res before that is they wanted that Graviton to clean up the opposing Mercy. Then they were going to tempo res off of that to get it in. But they grabbed 4 in the Graviton, had nothing to follow it up. I guess it did get Soundbeared out, I think, so a nice counter ult there. But that fight did not go how MVP planned it.
That's an offense of MVP space setting up once again. And by the way, X, they have all sorts of time. They have over 5 minutes here to get to last, so they're going to have multiple cracks at this. Tech Visor coming out from Poro. They are moving right in, and Poro just laying in damage to the back line, able to take out Thaz, gets Desro. 3 kills here from MVP space. Spazzo going to come in for the res. Will go down as a result, but Nuna snuck to the back line. The barrage at the ready takes out 3 with the aid of Retzi's Deadeye. And one of the people that went down was Sylph got the res though, so still pressure going to be applied here from MVP.
Yeah,
space.
real fight happens now. Everyone who dies now is going to stay dead as both reses have come off. So the next couple kills are absolutely crucial. Zarya gets one.
Graviton Surge does come out from defense, but a lot of people have gone down. Sound Barrier going to mitigate the worst of that along the health station. Poro on a double kill, about to make it a triple kill. Zarya just getting mowed right down. And MVP space on the verge of eliminating or sending Paragon to the lower bracket here, and they're going to do just that.
Yeah, I could not talk about how good this Zarya play has been. She has just clutched out really nice allied shields, and it goes overlooked in a lot of situations. The Gravitons weren't super impactful. She didn't show up in the kill feed a lot, but she kept everyone alive when they needed to be alive. They were timed so perfectly. That's why the DPS heroes have been able to go off. They've been completely safe in it. It's been really nice play out of the Zarya from MVP space, and we'll see them moving forward.
Oh man, so Fishsticks is talking about all sorts of random things in one of the channels that we freak. I mentioned that Koreans are playing her in the NA weekly, and his first response is, oh shit, really? He's gonna get in on this even on EVO weekend. I said the magic words. Fishsticks, a big fan of the Korean scene, really follows in other games. So, I mean, you combine his 2 passions, FPS games and Koreans playing, he's in there.
Yeah, you just gotta, if Koreans played Tribes, he'd be in heaven.
Oh man, don't even joke about that. That's just everything Fishsticks loves. But it's been a really good showing here from MVP Space thus far. They're going to keep moving on, but they're going to be facing a harsh test if our brackets hold up. It might already be set up here. Let's see where Nubris is in the bracket.
Yeah, my bracket says that they have not yet won that game. They are against a team called Awkward ESP, which injures a good team
Does
name.
that mean that? Does that mean their ESP is awkward, or their ESP is able to sense out awkwardness?
I think it means like when you read someone's mind and then you're just kind of ashamed with the results of it and it gets awkward.
That's a thing.
That was my first feeling. What, you don't do that?
I mean, I don't know. Do I do? See, now we're making it awkward. We are actually using our powers to make this awkward. This is how you get ha-has in your chat.
Haha.
Entirely intentional. Don't worry about it.
Well, Street Hoops is also playing. One Sun is in their bracket as well, up against XD. CLG is also playing, so not a ton of results in the lower part of the bracket. Brother has moved on. They've been a name that's really come through the last like 3 or 4 weeks, definitely getting further than they have prior to that. They will likely be up against Selfless if Selfless is able to win that match. Melty has moved on as well. Melty playing in everything lately, really getting all that practice in. Other than that, brackets are still shaping up in the lower half of it. The next round will still be a best of 1, so we think that we're going to go into Nubris versus MVP space. After that, it is a best of 3 moving forward, so we'll do that. And then, of course, the teams that get knocked out here are not out of it completely. They will go into the lower bracket. We've seen a lot of teams come back from the lower bracket and do well in this tournament.
Hex, what we're going to do here, in fact,